Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing a book called Spellbound by F.T. Lukens. It looks like this. Today I get to share with you guys my thoughts and opinions of the book. I finished it in a little over 2 to 3 days. I was working a little bit in between those times, so I took breaks every now and then. Yeah, so to first talk about this book, I kind of shared a little bit when I did my Barnes & Noble's haul back around Christmas time, like around in January, before I went back home. I picked up this book. I got this one on sale during their hardback sale. It ended up being $9 for me when it seems like the normal price is $19.99. I was really intrigued by the cover. It is beautiful. It is flashy. I'm definitely one of those girls where the cover definitely matters in some cases for me, and this one did not disappoint. This is also my first book that has non-binary characters as well as an LGBT romance in it, being the non-binary character and a boy named Rook. And so this is about their little story and the universe that they live in. So I don't want to spoil too much, but basically these two people are apprentices or becoming apprentices, and they work with different sorcerers, and it seems like a lot of this book is centered around rule breaking, whether or not you should follow rules that are given to you by whoever is kind of like the government in charge of whatever world you're in. There are some that want to follow the rules. There are some that don't follow the rules, that believe that the system is corrupted, and so to have someone fully control your life is a problem. And so these characters, as well as their sorcerers, really have to answer the really hard truths about life, and there's some things that are just frankly out of your control, and then they end up kind of getting stuck in it. So I definitely really enjoyed this book. I will admit, in the beginning it was very difficult for me to kind of keep my attention. It wasn't until I think when I finally seen them interact with one another that I actually started to be like intrigued, because I feel like the relationship, the dynamic, the personalities for both characters is something that I wasn't really familiar with. We have like Rook over here, whose personality is just more like very cheery and optimistic, but yet also can come to have really good comebacks, to someone like, and this person is Sun, who is very blunt, sarcastic, rude, even antisocial. And so I feel like they really balanced each other a lot, and being that they ended up being so close, we got to see more introspective feeling from Sun, which made the relationship feel even better, in my opinion. I honestly thought this was very cute. I was nervous because I was like, fantasy, you usually, when you think of fantasy books, you think of like really big books, and I always get anxious with smaller fantasy books because I don't feel like the world is really fully fleshed out. And I would say in this particular story, I didn't feel like I needed to know much more. Like, of course more would have been lovely, but I really do, I liked for what it was. If they wanted to make a second book, I don't know if this is going to be a second book to this, I would pick it up. I find that they give me enough information about the world a little bit so that I can kind of navigate it through okay. Of course, I'll always have questions, but I would say if this is a true standalone, then I think this is good. I feel like the end I was curious to see with the remaining pages that was left with this book, how everything was going to end. And it ended up ending in a way that I was like, oh, okay, I can see this working. So, but I actually did enjoy, after the book was done, they have like these little funny little things in there. So if you do not know, this book is centered around a magic shop called Hexagon. And so basically they help people with spells, curses, and hexes. And so Rook's character is the office person that takes the calls in and puts it in the recordings on the computer so that his boss can actually do the task, right? And so they have a whole section dedicated to online reviews of all the customers they had and all the characters who work in the business, respond back to them. Some of them were really funny. Some were hilarious even. And it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. They also have a section where we see the company's chat archive, so like text messages, and so they had like the text messages that they shared between one another, which were funny. And then we also have our object inventory of cursed objects, because if anything's cursed, they bring it to the shop for inventory. So they said what the object is. Some of the objects were in the book, so some of it is familiar, and it has comments from some of the characters about their personal opinions, or if they tried handling it and something bad happened. So I thought that was such a cute little quirk. And they also have like a new customer inquiry, so like what it actually looks like when Rook makes the call and what he's checking on the boxes to see if it's an emergency versus something they can wait till like 24 hours for and things like that. So I thought that I actually found the ending to be quite hysterical. This book, I would say overall, I would rate it a, like a 4. I rated it like a 4 for just very entertaining, very short read, very straight to the point. I did enjoy it a lot. And in regards to spice level, because this is a romance book, I would say it is 0 spicy peppers. The most they do is kiss in this book. And that is pretty much it. I enjoyed the relationship. They are great together. There are times I literally, if you check my Instagram story reel, I shared a moment that really touched my heart. There were a lot of moments where I just felt like, not chills, but like you feel something in here, like, ooh, like that made me feel some type of way, in a good way. It felt warm, but it also felt like that really hit deep. And so I did not expect it to be as good. I expected it to be okay, but I didn't expect me to actually enjoy it to the point where I was actually really entertained in it. So, but yeah, that is it for this review. I am going to be, I'm actually actively reading another book right now. I'm going to be starting officially today. I am starting the 3rd book of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. It came in today and I'm so hyped. It was supposed to come in like days ago. And so that will definitely be a live story time. So stay tuned for that. But thank you and have a good day. I'll see you next time. Bye.